Welcome back. We are in the second hour of the morning show here on eTV. It's 7 minutes after 7. Now, women are from Venus and men are from Mars. The stars and planets have served as the center of many conversations for centuries. In fact, some theorists say that they have no relation to mankind, whilst others believe that it was, in fact, fundamental to our evolution. Here on our couch with me this morning, we have consulting astrologist Nedret Saidova. Good morning, Nedret.
Good morning, William.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Wednesday. I'm so happy to have you here because it was my birthday on Monday.
Yes.
It was a full moon. There was something special in the air and it felt special. So as an astrologer, I'm very happy to have you sit here today and you can explain to us what all of this means.
Yeah, how many years have you got for me to explain? It is, what I mean by that is it's really a very vast, broad, deep, both science and art. It's an empirical science. It's an empirical knowledge that's being gathered by thousands of years of observing the sky.
Yeah.
And a lot of the information has been recorded and a lot of it has been destroyed.
Okay.
However, the little bit that we have preserved, we are researching, studying, applying in our lives, and is serving us as a guiding tool, is already helping us with making the best of our circumstances, using our strengths.
Okay.
So if you are a Pisces, what is your strength? Your strengths are kindness, compassion, intuition, being guided through internal voices.
Yes. Yes.
Thinking kinesthetically, in other words, how you process the information is through how you feel,
That's
how
true.
you reach out to the world. Often it's about being one with the world for you, merging with the world. And you feel more contented that way, but you have to be careful to also not lose boundaries, because Pisces is about the feeling nature, it's about water, it's about, it's a water element.
Right.
And so you have to be able to use your discernment about having clear boundaries for your own sanity.
Okay.
Yes.
And sanity is a big theme in my world and in my life, Nedret. Let's talk about you as an astrologer then.
Yes.
What do you actually have to study or go through? What are the processes to becoming an astrologer?
Yes.
Where does one start?
Well, it's not an exactly formalized, institutionalized modality in the world like medical doctors would need to finish the board or get a degree. However, it is strongly recommended that one does take formal studies and qualifications.
Okay.
And there are various schools in the world, in South Africa as well as internationally, and they are recognized within the circles of astrology on a national and international level.
Okay.
And that kind of training is highly recommended.
Right.
But it is something that we can study, research within our domain for ourselves. Forever.
Is it like a calling almost?
It is a calling. It can be a calling, yes.
Yeah.
It can be a tool. For example, just to be guided by it is useful. But if it is a calling, then you're using it truly as an authentic approach to how you live your life.
Okay.
Say, for example, we all know about the influence of the moon on our lives, right?
Yes.
We know about the tides of the ocean, don't we?
Yes.
I have never met anybody who has rejected the importance or the impact the moon has got on the tides of the ocean.
Right.
And that is again linked to our feeling nature, because we are 70% water.
Oh, wow.
And how that is conducive to our operations, to the blood flow, circulation, is linked to the cycles of the moon. You spoke of the full moon on your birthday.
Yes, yes.
That is a cycle.
Right.
That is a culmination. That is about fruition. And so you feel it not only on a body level, but also in your birth chart for this year, from your birthday to next birthday.
I see. So what's in store for us as South Africa? I mean, speaking of astrology, I imagine you are able to look at the stars and the planets and give a reading on what's coming up. So how does the alignment of the stars actually affect how we feel and fundamentally behave?
Yes, well, we always have to look to the current sky. And the current sky, it's a snapshot. It's a snapshot. It looks like a pizza, right? So I have an example here of the current sky, and it's got slices, and those slices represent areas of our life.
Okay.
And there are signs. So like Pisces is a sign, Leo is a sign, Virgo is a sign.
Right.
And while the sun is currently going through Pisces, it is also going through Pisces for everybody in their chart.
Oh.
So it's illuminated for you right now.
Yes.
However, everybody has got Pisces in their chart, and that part is illuminated for now at this stage.
Okay.
It's like the lights of the camera as well in the studio, right?
Yeah.
The sun is shining on Pisces for all of us,
Right.
but mostly for you.
Okay.
But to answer your questions, I'll speak a little more broadly about humanity. For example, we have gone through some hard times recently. There was an eclipse in January that was...
Yes, I remember that.
Maybe you have heard about it. And
Yeah.
so because of that empirical knowledge, because of the history of recorded events, that of how it was linked to some hardships, for example, the onset of World War I,
Right.
the rise of Hitler, the rise of Mahatma Gandhi.
All of these happened
The
in
rise
an
of the
eclipse.
Cold War. No, during that configuration. It's called Saturn-Pluto.
Okay.
And those two characters on the stage came together again on that eclipse in January.
Oh, wow.
And what was that an indication of is that something significant will probably come to humanity that may not be easy or pleasant or nice. It is necessary because one of the planets, which is Pluto, is about going where we need to go, although we would never want to go there again.
Okay.
So it is a necessary process of transformation, but it is not something easy.
Okay.
So anyway, what that brought is coronavirus.
Of course.
You know, and obviously that was recorded before that. It's not exactly on the eclipse, but the way it grew. And then within Pisces, we have a few configurations that actually made it worse for the virus to become more viral, to spread out.
Sure.
Because of a so-called planet called Neptune going through
Yeah.
Pisces, and then Mercury, the planet of communication, was appearing to go backward in the sky in the past 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
So that, along with full moon recently, we saw the entire Italy is put on lockdown. That's a whole country in Europe that is frozen right now.
Sure.
And these are just small. The characters on the stage are at the moment erratic and behaving in a way that is testing our boundaries. But more than that, it is about checking how strong our structures on a national and international levels are.
Okay.
So it's not so much about coronavirus per se,
Yeah.
as much as about readiness from governments and
political
institutions
structures.
and health organizations
Yes.
to deal with this kind of plague that is affecting humans who travel all over the world.
And are we going to weather it? What do the planets tell
So
us? Like,
this
are we
year
going to
is-
come out of this
Yeah.
phase right now
Yeah,
that is
so-
seemingly so difficult?
So this year is still challenging. There will be a bit of a respite, most likely.
Yeah.
Okay, most likely. We don't know. We can never predict for sure. We can only interpret the cycles.
Okay.
So most likely there's going to be a respite between March and August. Slightly
Okay.
more things will be more contained potentially, better handled. However, there will be afterwards a period from August until November, December that will be quite likely challenging because again in this case Mars, the planet of moving forward, of action, making difficult configurations with those two that are responsible for the, let's call it the plague.
Right.
And for those few months, it is likely that we will have maybe, internationally as well to endure more restrictions
Sure.
in terms of the coronavirus.
I've heard, Nedret, a lot of astrologers speak about retrograde planets or events. What does that mean when
It's just
something is
from
retrograde?
the perspective of the Earth, that planet is appearing to move backward. And what
Okay.
that means is that depending on what that planet is responsible for, we need to internalize the process.
Okay.
So if Mercury is responsible for communication, reading, writing, it's better to actually go research and study, accumulate data, compile information,
Okay.
due diligence, prepare
In that
things.
period.
Yes, rather than necessarily initiate, or if you do begin initiate, which is also okay, then cross your T's and dot your I's.
Okay.
It's very much about confirming and double checking facts and figures, because the chances of miscommunication, misunderstanding,
Very high.
misrepresenting are greater at that time.
I like that. I like that. In fact, if you'd like Nedret to do a reading on you, it's very simple. You can send us a voice note or a video. WhatsApp line is 072-411-6528. You've already heard from Nedret that the coronavirus was always going to happen, given how the planets were structured. So whether we want it here or not, it's something that us as humanity have to go through. But the great news is we will come out of it on the other side as better humans and the world better. In fact, it has tested our structures as governments across the nations, both here in South Africa, in Africa, and all over the world. But let's talk about you personally. What does it mean for you? What do the planets have in store for you? If you'd like to find out, VN us your thoughts. Give us your date of birth, your time of birth if you know it, your place of birth, and obviously the year and your name. Very important. And Nedret will give you a reading. We're going to take a quick ad break, come back with all those readings live next. Welcome back to the morning show. It's 21 after 7. We are in the second hour on a Wednesday here on E, if you've just joined us. We're about to do a live reading for you. Nedret, who is our astrologist, sitting right here on our couch, and she's about to do live readings. In fact, we've asked you to send us a video or a voice note on 072-411-6528 so we can find out what the planets and the stars have in store for you. So Nedret, are you ready to do our first reading?
Absolutely.
Let's play the first video.
Hi, my name is Manuela Ferguson. I'm born on the 6th of the 6th, 1984. I'm born in Mafeking, Northwest, and I was born at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'd just like to know what the year holds for me.
Nedret?
Right.
Interesting video
go.
there.
So Manuela, just to look at the context, in the past year it was very much about soul searching for you, looking for meaning, looking for purpose, looking for understanding the deeper side of life. Okay. However, that was last year, and there was a change of scenery coming into 2020. And a lot of it has been to do with career, social status. There seems to be focus, there seems to be emphasis, there seems to be expansion, and a lot of work required at the same time. So elevation of status, a lot of energy, a lot of positive drive, but requiring rolling up of sleeves and maybe tackling larger projects, larger than you have done before.
Wow.
Do you know this person?
So think even bigger.
Yes.
Possibly.
Potentially, but also it is about shouldering more responsibility. This year, 2020, is all about growing up. It's about maturation, filling up greater shoes and proving that you're capable of performing, being wiser, being older in a sense of career and social status, and proving your worth. It will require a lot of diligence in terms of communication, reading, writing, the more serious application of the mind, attention to detail, or potentially studying. So it could be dealing with serious paperwork like contracts or analyzing papers and anything that has to do with reading, writing. Okay. But there is a huge, it's a flourishing period to grow and expand and express her individuality and her identity and sense of self.
Of course, if you'd like Nedret to do a reading on you as well, you can send us those videos and VNs on 072-411-6528. We've got another video that we're going to play, and you can help us out with the reading, Nedret. Let's play the next one.
Hello, my name is Jabu Smelane. I was born on the 15th of March in 1994 at 7:30 in Johannesburg. I would like to know what the stars have lined up for me.
There we go, 15th of March at 7:30 right here in Johannesburg. Good job.
Right. So, William, the only challenge here is that Jabu did not say whether he was born 7:30 a.m. or p.m. And that can change everything. You know how it looks like a pizza, I said?
Yes.
So it can turn exactly 180 degrees around. completely changing the configurations of the chart. So if we were to assume 7:30 a.m., just so that we don't disadvantage him in terms of giving the mini reading, or relying mostly on the parts that are not linked to the time of birth,
right,
which is of course a narrow view. So that tells us that for this year, this young man is facing some restructuring, the need to restructure his own life. He wants to let go of what no longer serves a purpose. He wants to recreate his reality. He's facing some emotional soul searching as well. From time to time, it might be, Jabu, that you feel a little lonely, isolated, feeling unsupported. Please do not take it too seriously. It's only a stage that helps us align to who we are within this phase. And it's about self-care, self-nurturing. It's very much about finding the guru, seeking the guru, being the guru. And it's about, what that means is really elevating your own intuition and inner guidance in order to be authentic. How could you be more aligned to your own authenticity in order to express your uniqueness and individuality in a greater way? However, this entire year is also under the theme of personal transformation. So for any fellow astrologers, Pluto is making a square to the Sun by progression. What that means is that his identity and sense of self are being completely revamped. So
he needs to reinvent himself.
That's it. And it's a wonderful and terrible process all at the same time, but it is very necessary for his own growth to the next level, taking it to the next stage.
Okay, interesting reading there. So, Nedret, it matters a lot, the time of birth.
Very much so. Yeah, every 4 minutes equivalent to 1 degree in the zodiac. And as you know, there are 360 degrees in a circle, yes.
So it changes things quite drastically then, whether you are born in the morning or in the evening.
Yes. It changes, like if you have certain planets in certain configurations or placements, they will be appearing in different areas of life if it's different between morning and evening.
I see. And 4 degrees might sound like not a lot, but it is.
4 minutes is 1 degree.
4 minutes.
4 minutes is 1 degree.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but it is actually a lot because it impacts.
It can make a difference, especially with slower moving planets who may be transiting through your chart and showing the current cycles for you as we speak.
Okay, we've got one more video to play for you. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Yashni Pillay. I was born on the 15th of December 1992. I was born at 12 p.m. in the center of Johannesburg, Joburg Gen, and I'd like to know what 2020 has in store for me.
Here we go.
So Yashli, right. So Yashli, the past year, it had 2 themes for you. One was gorgeous, phenomenal expansion on the career and social status front.
Yes, honey.
There was most likely a promotion. There was a brand new chapter in terms of starting a new job, a new level, getting on a higher position, professionally, being recognized, appreciated, validated. It was just phenomenally beautiful.
Wow.
On the flip side, there must have been some health issues or some kind of hardship in terms of energy levels, maybe feeling a little bit having the need to take time off, to regroup, to rest, to regenerate. So astrology would have suggested every day having some practice or taking activities that have to do with spiritual, creative, metaphysical, or artistic pursuits. Whether it's half an hour, 2 hours, however long you can afford.
Meditation, that sort of thing.
Meditation would have been beautiful. That was a great requirement to also enable her to do completely, to fulfill her expression on the career, to energize that part. We look at that for the context, because we always come from a context in the past year. So within this year, it is very much about keep on keeping on. You have to, again, roll up your sleeves, get a lot of work done, doing things that are groundbreaking, doing projects that are unusual, different, unconventional, things that have not been done before. Explore new avenues. And it might be that it brings a little bit of conflict or a challenge with masculine figures. It's possible. It seems to have to do with the area of partnership. either intimate or business or both, or depending on which one is currently, as a theme on her agenda. So there might be some challenges in that regard, or some assessment happening that may make the relationships a little bit changeable, a little capricious, a little unpredictable, unexpected in some ways. But not to be scared, it's very much about, again, rebuilding, re-establishing, re-engineering, and optimizing those relationships so that they are once again more authentic for her.
So it's a good thing, and
it's a very good thing. Yes, it's not easy. That's the thing with some of the challenging aspects, that they may not be fun, they may not be easy, but they're always necessary. And the universe takes tremendous amount of effort to align those events. It's like a DNA encoding that it puts us through. And there is design, intelligence to the design of what happens to us at any given year, any given month, and any given day.
Wow.
Yes, and I would strongly recommend to Yashli that activities like swimming, meditation, yoga, Tai Chi would be very good for her. She loves sprinting. She's very fast moving, fast acting. However, those alternative modalities would be highly recommended, very healthy for her. And they will also help her align any of the residue of the health issues or energy levels that needed uplifting from the previous year.
And we hear often that our bodies are able to heal themselves if we know how to respond to them. And a lot of the times we ignore the signs and we rely on drugs.
If we just get out of our own way, nature will know what to do. However, we are also subjected to harsh pollutants in the world.
That's true.
I mean, stress, traffic, the quality of the water, the quality of the air. All these things have to do, I mean, especially in Gauteng, we know how fast-paced life can be. So that's why, especially for Yashli, the recommendation is daily spiritual practice, which whatever makes her heart sing would be highly recommended.
Nedret, it's been really, really awesome and illuminating having you on the show this morning. And I imagine if you've sent through your video and you heard Nedret give you a reading, I hope that it's been helpful and you will use the information accordingly, right? Because as you were saying earlier, it's not really a prediction, but how you interpret the information, if I got you correctly.
That's it. It's based on past observations. So we say because of what we've seen happen in the past, most likely this will happen. But we can never predict the future 100% ever. That will be conceited of us to do so.
Okay. Astrologer Nedret Saidova on our morning show couch. We'll be back next time to give you a reading as well. In fact, if you'd like her to do so, you can send through those videos. 072-411-6528. How do we get in touch with you?
Anytime by my website, nedret.co.za, nedret.co.za.
Awesome stuff. We take a quick ad break, come back and give you your news and sports headlines at the